Welcome student on another video lecture. Today we are going to discuss another drug which comes under alkaloid, that is Catharanthus roseus or Vinca. The Madscan periwinkle or Catharanthus roseus has been variously designated as Vinca rosea or Lochnera rosea, and family is Apocynaceae. So the total dried whole plant, it is used as a drug. Various part, that is flower, leaves, all these are used as a drug, as well as roots, they are also used as a drug. So whole dried plant of Vinca rosea is used as a drug and family is Apocynaceae. It is indigenous to Madagascar, but it is now widely distributed throughout warm regions and much cultivated as ornamental. So now it is distributed throughout the warm regions where there is warm climate is there. In that it is very well distributed or cultivated as an ornamental plant. It grows profusely in southern Florida. Commercial supplies of drugs are obtained from both wild as well as cultivated plant produce in various locations. So it is widely distributed or produced as well as cultivated in the field, and both can be used as a drug. And the countries which are producing this drug, that includes Africa, India, Thailand, Taiwan, Eastern Europe, Spain, USA and Australia. All these countries, they are producing this drug, that is Catharanthus roseus or Vinca rosea, belonging to family Apocynaceae, and whole dried plant can be used as a drug. Before going to the morphological characteristic of the drug, in folk medicine the drug is used in treatment of mainly diabetes. It is not considered as a anti-cancer drug, but in folk medicine the drug is used in treatment of diabetes, but as such there will be no evidence of using in diabetes or curing diabetes. But when the investigations are done for on the plant, generally for phytochemical isolation or phytochemical investigation, and phytochemical phytoconstituents are isolated from the drug, it will found that it can be a valuable drug in case of cancer chemotherapy. And near about 6 alkaloids, they are important or valuable against cancer, or it is showing anti-cancer activity, but out of which 2 are available commercially as anti-cancer drug. So as such, when we see the folk medicine, it will used as a in treatment of diabetes, but when the phytochemical investigation is done and phytoconstituents are isolated, then it shows valuable in case of cancer chemotherapy. So this drug will used as a anti-cancer drug. When we see the morphology of this plant, Catharanthus roseus is a herbaceous subshrub 40 to 80 centimeter high, becoming woody at the base. So when we see the plant, it is a small shrub and the height is on just about 40 to 80 centimeter, but at the base, when we see the base of the plant, then it look woody. The leaves are oppositely arranged, oblong, petiolate, acute base, rounded or mucronate apex, and entire margin. So leaves, when we see the leaves are oppositely arranged. You can see here it is a small shrub and near about 40 to 80 centimeter high, and the leaves are oppositely arranged. The leaves are having a margin, it is having a margin, and these are rounded leaves. And macronate apex means the Leaf apex, tip with short abrupt point. At the tip, you can see here at the tip a short abrupt point is there, and such type of apex is known as macronate apex, and it is rounded. Petiolate, you can see here petiolate because a small stem is there, that is known as petiole to the leaves. Leaves are not directly attached to the base, but there is a petiole by which the leaves are attached to the main stem. Flowers resemble those of common periwinkle and are colored violet, rose, white or white with red eye. So it is available in many colors nowadays due to hybridization. You can see here various type of colors, various shades, in different types of shades and colors they are available. Red color, white color, pink color, violet color, orange, different, it is available in different colors. The fruit is divergent follicle. Divergent follicle means it is a dry unilocular fruit. It is a dry fruit, unilocular fruit, and formed from one carpel containing two or more seeds. Only one carpel is used to produce that fruit, and which contains two or more seed, and it is a unilocular fruit. Such type of fruit is known as divergent follicle. Tetraploid plants are reported to have more vigorous growth habit and larger flowers than diploid ones. Due to various hybridization techniques, various diploid and tetraploid plants are produced. In that tetraploid, as such the name indicates, tetraploid means having 4 sets of chromosome, diploid means having 2 sets of chromosome, and if the sets of chromosome is more, then there will be the higher cell content cell content will naturally increase in case of tetraploid plant as compared to diploid, and cell content is increased, water content is also higher in case of tetraploid plants as compared to diploid plants. But when we see the diploid plants, it is having high dry matter content, and due to which it is having more energy, but the protein level which is present in both tetraploid as well as diploid plants, they are having same protein levels is there. Protein content is same in case of tetraploid as well as diploid ones, but only the cell content is higher in case of tetraploid as compared to diploid. Water content is higher, but the energy is more in case of diploid ones. So in this way different plants or different hybrids are produced by hybridization techniques, and which are having different sets of chromosome, tetraploid, triploid, diploid ones. So this is about the morphology. Now cultivation. For cultivation, freshly harvested seeds not older than 1 year. So freshly harvested seeds are generally used, and the seeds should be used within 1 year. Those seeds which are older than 1 year, they are not used for cultivation. So freshly harvested seeds not older than 1 year should be used for cultivation. Seeds either can be sown in nursery, or they are directly sown in the field. So if they are sown in the nursery, then they are transplanted in the field when seedlings are sufficiently grow. If direct sowing is done, then direct sowing is done in the month of in monsoon month, particularly if large area should be cultivated, and it require about 2.5 kg of seeds per hectare. Seeds are mixed with 25 kg of fine moist sand to ensure uniform distribution. seeds should be properly sown, and for that reason they are light in weight, and due to which if they are mixed with the sand, then they are uniformly distributed in the field and properly grown or properly cultivated. For that reason, before sowing of the seeds, they are mixed with the fine sand to ensure the proper distribution. Seeds are sown in rows of 25 centimeter apart, and subsequently seedlings are thin and maintaining a distance of 30 centimeter between two plants. There will be the distance between two plants is maintained, that is 30 centimeter, and between two rows the distance is 45 centimeter. So the distance between two rows is 45 centimeter and distance between two plant is 30 centimeter is maintained during its cultivation. Places where rainfall is as such that plant is needed very less amount of water. If too much water supply is there, then water logging will occur and the plant may get die due to excess water also. So as such that plant is required less amount of water supply, but where there is proper uniform rainfall is there, then there will not be requirement of any irrigation. But those area where there is less amount of rainfall, in that area it requires 4 to 5 irrigation once in a 15 days, and that irrigation is also required during the month of February, March or April in the summer season where there is too much hot. In that 4 to 5 irrigations are needed in 15 days interval. The crop is harvested after about 12 months from sowing. The crop is cut at 7.5 centimeter above the ground and dried in shade. So when the crop is up to 1 year old or 12 months old after sowing, then it should be harvested, and the harvesting is done by cutting the plant, and the cutting of plant is done from about 7.5 centimeter above the ground, and it is then dried in the shade. And if there is demand for the leaves, then 2 leaf strippings can be taken. 2 times leaf stripping is done. First one is after 6 months and second one is after 9 months from the sowing, and after collecting that leaves, then they are dried in the shade, and here the drug is ready for the market. In this way collection of vinca plant is done. So this is about the morphology and cultivation and collection of vinca or Catharanthus roseus. If you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.